Hello and welcome to Beyond Serenity. The awakening journey experienced by Divine Feminines is likely the most confusing and painful unfolding you'll ever go through in this lifetime. Your Divine Masculine has come in to activate and catapult you into a massive ascension, and you'll come to realize this is far bigger than just a 3D relationship. The strange unfoldments and feelings of loss and despair seem to span all areas of your life as you're pulled through a process far beyond any other spiritual awakening you may have experienced in the past. This awakening is not gentle, and it's not a comfortable or easy process where you reside in only rainbows and butterflies, love and light. On the contrary, this awakening is a spiritual boot camp which will push you to your limits and bring you to your knees over and over. You'll be presented with the deepest of core wounds and traumas. No stone will be left unturned as you're faced with all your most deeply held shadow aspects. At different points on the journey, the excruciating emotions may be persistently lingering like a heavy blanket of density, or they may arise hard and fast, seemingly out of the blue, throwing you down to the ground in a broken heap of despair. Watching thing after thing crumble around you and experiencing your life falling away is one of the most confusing and painful parts of this journey. There can be times where it feels like your life is engulfed in a quickly spreading wildfire, where thing after thing is burning to the ground. Watching the fire spread is terrifying and painful, and attempts to put the flames out are futile. The process often seems relentless, and it can feel like a cruel punishment from the universe. Yet as hard as it is to comprehend in the moment, this seemingly never-ending torture is the biggest gift you'll ever receive. Every single thing keeping you anchored in lower dense states is being burned to the ground to free you from the shackles of your old life. This fire is not your enemy. This fire holds a universal intelligence far beyond the comprehension of your logical ego mind. And this fire is your biggest ally. Within the pain, the loss, and the devastation, there is a purpose. You're shifting into a completely new form of existence. Your old way of life and the old paradigm in which you're residing is completely dissolving. Absolutely everything that was not in alignment with the highest version of yourself is falling away so that you can make the shift onto a brand new timeline of a completely different frequency. We have spent so long in a lower vibrational world that we are heavily programmed to operate from states of lack, guilt, shame, unworthiness, fear, and control. And we have come to accept these feeling states as normal. However, these ways of living and operating in the world do not need to be your norm. There is something so much better available, and this is what is being gifted to you through this process. You're being purged and cleansed in an intense detoxification, which is clearing the space for you to embody the most beautiful of lives, based in states of unconditional love, peace, abundance, and joy. Although this shift is not easy, and it's far from comfortable, you are not merely a helpless victim. You do have the ability to influence the level and duration of pain you experience along this path. Once you're able to recognize this detoxification for what it is, and stop fighting the process and instead shift into a place of being a conscious observer, you'll begin to move yourself through the pain in a whole different way. The discomfort you feel is a reflection of how far out of alignment you are with your highest version of self. The more you make shifts in your life to allow the release of any old ways of being which are keeping you anchored in density, the more you'll start to shift up to higher levels of consciousness. The intensity of pain we experience is often largely due to our degree of resistance to the changes being brought into our lives. Our ego mind tends to fight the process, and we will often find ourselves in states of victimhood and blame, chastising ourselves or outside situations and people for our pain, rather than stepping into our own power by taking self-responsibility, pushing past any feelings of lack, unworthiness, and fear, and embracing the changes being presented to us. If something is exiting your life or feels like it's not working out for you, there is always a greater purpose, and there is always something better that it is pushing you towards. Any people, places, things, and actions which are not serving the best version of you need to dissipate to make space for the new. The clearing of the old will at first leave you feeling empty, alone, and confused. Yet in what can feel like barren devastation, the fire has left behind the most fertile of soils. In the empty loneliness of the void, the seeds of your new life have been planted. As you surrender to your growth, the sprouts will begin to emerge in the most unexpected of places, in the most unexpected of ways. And in time, you'll find yourself in a brand new life, where the most beautiful of people, places, and things are effortlessly magnetized in, as you reside in a surrendered feeling state of pure love and joy. There are periods of this journey which bring with it an utter pain and devastation far beyond anything words can describe. However, through the darkness, destruction, and despair, a life much better than anything you ever dreamed possible for yourself is being birthed. You do make it to the other side, and you do step into the beautiful life that awaits you. Until next time, with unconditional love.